Hey everybody, this is Paul, and today I'm going to do a 1-year update. I think it's like 14-month update on my OREJONA cross seedlings. Now, I have a batch of 8, and Scott has some too. And in fact, you could see what they looked like a year ago. This is back in December 2nd, and they were about 2 months old. And so Scott grew them outdoors, and I grew mine in the greenhouse, and they're doing great. So fast forward, here is the largest one grown from seed in the soil, and it's very, very healthy. So this is number 3. Now I grafted 2 of them, so I'll show you those in a minute, but I wanted to focus on just the variability of these seedlings here. So check it out. You can see number 1 does pretty well. It's a decent grower, and I would rate it as above average compared to some of the other varieties here. Now, number 2 is very slow to grow, and all of these were grown in my greenhouse next to each other with the same soil, same conditions. So there's just a lot of variability with dragon fruit seedling hybrids. And these are Hylocereus polyrhizis. So very interesting. Here's number 3. And it did get a little bit of, looks like bacterial damage. It's not rust, it may be related, but it's just, that was heat damage, and it's just kind of stuck around, and they're not getting too much moisture, so I think they're just gonna, I'm just leaving it alone. Or maybe this one's just more susceptible to rot. So this one is a little bit of a concern. I'm not too happy with that one, compared to this one, which was number 4, which I showed you, which is very, very large. It's doing great. Here's number 5, a bit of a slower grower, but it's healthy overall. And I did prune this one like Paul Thompson recommends in his book, with a single branch. So you can see I have to prune these back in the future here. So it's really easy. You can actually just pluck them off. You have gloves. And then you just want to be careful because these will grow. I've had a few I leave them in the soil and they'll end up growing, which you don't want. So there. So I'll get these out later. I don't want to bore you with that detail. You can see here, these ones are a little bit thicker on number 6. And the spines will eventually go through my nitrile gloves, but not yet. Can't really get to that one. There we go. Ooh, okay, so there. Really easy to prune off the growth. And number 6 has some bacterial damage as well, but I'm just leaving it alone. So I find it so interesting about the variability of dragon fruit hybrids and just how fast they grow, their rate of growth, their vigor, and their overall plant health. So this one is just an excellent specimen. So this is what you want. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one for sure. All right, let me go show you the 2 I grafted. So here is number 7, and it's been grafted to a Hylocereus undatus rootstock for a year. You can see it's doing really, really well. It's much thicker and more vigorous. Just go up a little quicker. And it's doing really, really great. Now it already is over 6 feet. And I just have it on one post to kind of assess it for a few reasons. 1, it's in a spot where I want it to be protected from the afternoon sunlight. And 2, eventually I think I'm gonna remove all my grafts from their rootstock because I came across this information just the other day. And I'll do more, I'll do an episode on it in the future because I have some questions and more experiments I want to do. But this is interesting because it looks like a Hylocereus rootstock can affect the flavor of a Selenocereus megalanthus. So I wonder if it can affect the flavor of other dragon fruit varieties. So in time, I believe I will remove branches from this graft and grow them into the soil. And in fact, on number 8, I've already done that, but on accident. So let me go show you my last one, number 8. And here is number 8 that I'm assessing. So this one has also been grafted for about a year, and it was much larger, but we had some strong winds and I didn't tie it up, I hate to say, well enough so it broke 3 branches. I have one in the greenhouse. I gave one to a friend that I trust and won't sell it or anything, because it may end up being tasting like garbage anyway, so you gotta wait, you know, until it produces fruit. But then this piece also broke, and you can see it's already rooted. So it's really rooted well. It's a piece of OREJONA seedling number 8. You can see it's just got some beautiful new growth. Well, still, it's kind of growing like a seedling, but pretty soon it will produce like normal looking branches, I would say. So pretty amazing what you can do with grafting to speed up the process with your dragon fruit seedlings. So there you go. Give us a like and a subscribe. And that's our journey with our 8 seedlings. And I may not keep those ones that aren't doing so well. I have so many varieties. If it doesn't grow well, I don't feel the need to keep it. But part of me just wants to keep them just to see what happens. So let me know what you think. Should I keep them or should I get rid of them?